Tomorrow, soon, we will chase. Can this not zoom? Tomorrow, we will chase the blue-haired queen, Miku herself. Oh my gosh!
Good day, viewers. Singular, as if this is gonna reach more than 100 people, which is not gonna happen. Today, I am here to talk about Miku Expo 2025 in Manila. I got the lovely opportunity to go there with a friend of mine. Thank you so much, Paula, for paying for my ticket for me. And the grab to go there. Legend. So first, for context, I have never been to a concert before, let alone an expo. So I'm like, he just randomly messaged me on a random day. Hey, my cousin was supposed to go with me to this expo but couldn't. Do you wanna go with me instead? And I was like, is that even a question? Like, no doubt I'm gonna go to the Miku Expo. It's not even because of Miku. I love Miku, but I just wanna go to an expo for the first time because that sounds really cool. So of course, I said yes. In in a few days' time, I was gonna go to a Miku Expo just casually. You know, the first Miku Expo in the Philippines. As you can tell, I was very excited when I got the message. Soon, the day approaches. I wait at the 7-Eleven to meet up with Paula, my friend, the generous friend who offered to let me go in place of his cousin, who said, by the way, I was his number one. I was his first option. Granted, I was not his first option, but I was his first backup option. So we arrived at Mall of Asia. We were chilling at IKEA for a good while. I have never been to IKEA, by the way, until that moment. That was pretty fun. And eventually, we made our way back to MOA after a little bit, waiting to eat and stuff. Of course, being little old me, I got extremely overwhelmed with what we could do. One thing we knew what we were gonna do though when we were at MOA was to go to this really popular store, Japanese store called Muji. My goal for this trip was to not spend too much money, not even on just merch, just in general. So, with that in mind, guess what I bought at Muji? I'll give you 10 seconds. No, that's too long. 1 second, just pause the video. 3, 2, that's 1 second. Got a pen. In my defense, I needed a new pen. So why not? It's a good purchase. We also went to Fully Booked, Toy Kingdom, another Japanese store that I forgot the name of, a gachapon store. Okay, so by this point in time, it was close to being 4:30, the time we wanted to go to line up. So we made our way back. And imagine me when I saw how big the line was when we were getting close. It was long, like hundreds, maybe close to thousands of fans were waiting at there. I was even more overwhelmed earlier. So there were two lines, two sections, not two lines, two sections. One line up for merch and one line up for going right inside. We didn't know what to do, so we just went to the line to go right inside and just wanted to buy merch inside later. And I think that was the better choice because at least we would get air conditioning sooner. So, yeah. Also, something interesting, people were selling knockoff glow sticks inside. Not inside, in the line outside. People were selling glow sticks for 100 pesos. I'm like, I don't want to get scammed. And may I say, that was the moment where I started feeling really, not nostalgic, but really happy inside. Just seeing so many geeky people in one single area, where being geeky is not a bad thing at all, where it is encouraged to just be authentic. It just felt so lovely. I saw so many fans talking to strangers. I saw so many amazing cosplays, so many costumes, so much fan merch people brought, their plushies. I even saw a giant banner of Miku. And it was just really lovely to see the lovely interaction. But may I say, when we were at the front of the line, that was when I learned we couldn't bring, firstly, our own water bottles and water inside. Not even water bottles, just water, period. Not even bottled water. Also, may I say, me and my friend were extremely lucky to be one of the first non-vet people to get inside because we got to line up for merch immediately. So, here's the merch stuff on screen right now. beforehand, I told my friend, hey, I was gonna go to this Miku expo. Do you want me to get anything? And she was like, get me a sticker. So I was determined to get that sticker. At the time, I wanted to get a poster. But when I came to the arena, I realized it was only A3 size paper. And I was like, at that point, if it's gonna be that small for 650 pesos for a single piece of paper, I was just gonna print it myself at home. But then I saw these postcards, and I was like, I had this vision where I would like hang these postcards on my wall, and so I settled on postcards and a sticker. I got said postcard and sticker after like a good, I don't want to say an hour, but like a good 30 minutes at the very least in the line. But it was worth it. I got the stuff I wanted, thankfully. Thankfully, neither were sold out. Thankfully. And let me quickly show you the said postcards. Give me a second. Have them with me right now. Give me a bit. Ta-da! They're freaking adorable. These were, granted, a bit overpriced for postcards, but then again, I wanted to buy something official for myself. I didn't want to just buy a sticker, so I think these were the best thing I could have bought. Shout out to the artists, by the way. I love how they put the artists like at in the cards themselves. They're really pretty. So of course we had to eat dinner. Me and my friend ate some Sbarro pizza. It was okay. It was a bit dry, a bit cold even. Why, hello there. The grand moment was coming. The arena. Bro, I have never went to an arena this big in my entire life. The biggest thing I've been to was like a theater and like a random school in UP Dalaman, I think. Imagine me when we were at the 5th floor. And imagine, look at this view. Oh my gosh. Genuinely, I was flabbergasted out of my mind. Like, it was such a shocking image to me to be up so high. And that reignited my fear of heights. I was like genuinely dying inside. I was scared. I was having visions of me falling off, which is not healthy at all, but it was true. We sat down, and this lovely stranger greeted us. His name was Sam. Shout out to Sam. We added each other on Facebook. I asked if he had IG or Instagram. He said no. And like, the atmosphere was genuinely amazing. Like, seeing all those light sticks glow and like seeing everyone waving them around in synchrony was like amazing. It was genuinely so cool to witness. And like, bro, that was when I started getting really grateful and like really, what's the word? Like really emotional. Cause like, this is like at the time, like I was going through a bit of a dark patch before this. A stressful time, lots of research stuff, lots of presentations, lots of mental health stuff as well. But like getting the chance to see all these groups of people from so many places for all I know. I'm sure some of them flew just to be here. And like imagining like all of us together, coming together just for this one silly little virtual idol that isn't even real on a TV screen. And the atmosphere, like the cheering, was just amazing. On multiple times, I was like close to crying. Just like, it was just the thing that I wasn't even supposed to be there. It was supposed to be my friend's cousin instead of me. But I was really lucky enough that I was able to come instead, and that I was there. And like also, it's like really cool to experience this with a friend that I have met in like elementary school, and to think our friendship lasted all the way up to senior high school too, like 8 years, and still going. And like, it's like really sad that the moment is now over. Like, it's now a Wednesday for me as I'm recording this, and like, I still miss that Sunday a lot. To think it was only 4 days ago is genuinely crazy to me. It felt like it's been like more than a week already. But like, through all the times I spent in IKEA, to all the browsing I went in MOA, to the waiting in line, waiting of the merch, eating cold pizza, All that matters is that I did it with one of my closest friends and I made one of the best memories of my life. That's why it's like really cool to when you get to achieve a dream. In my case, to go to an expo or a concert for the first time ever. So, this is your little reminder to always chase your little dreams. And like to think that small coincidences might lead you there. You never know. Thank you so much for listening. And may you have a good day. Bye bye.